Hello guys, welcome to my channel and today I'm here to talk about the first episode of final season of Fruits Basket. And it's back, I'm glad it's back. It's been a year or more since season 2, so I probably would have forgotten a lot of stuff that happened. So forgive me if I mess up somewhere. But let's talk about today's episode. But before that, since this is the first episode, I want to talk about the endings and the openings. So season 2's second opening was just amazing, and I don't know if the ending was same throughout the season, but the second opening it was amazing too. So if it was the same ending, then it was of course amazing, but if they were different one, the second one was really good. And this time the ending is okay, it's not bad, but I'm not excited to hear it. Like at the end of the episode, I'm not like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the ending, I just skip it. Okay, but the opening, it seems like it's gonna grow on me. I think so, it's good and it's gonna grow on me. Just give me I think so 2-3 episodes and it's gonna grow on me a lot. And yeah, that's about the ending and opening. Of course, they don't compete with the previous season's ones, but of course these are new. I'm gonna give it some time before I completely give a judgment on them. But the ending, I really don't think so it even competes with the previous season, because the previous season ending, it just made me cry sometimes after the end of the episode. So this one, not even close. So yeah, let's talk about the episode. So we left off the previous season. We get to know Akito was a girl. I totally forgot about that, but the point was whatever, we're like, yeah, I remember the final episode. And so she is a girl, Akito. And the thing is, Kureno's curse was broken. It's already gone. And this time he decided on his own will that he wants to, be there for Akito, because whenever he cannot go away from a crying Akito. He needs to be there for her always. And the thing is, I personally don't sympathize with Akito at all, but Kureno has been there since the childhood, and considering he's always there with her, I can see why he will sympathize for her, because we get to know some stuff about Akito's, not past, but some stuff about Akito. And as I said, again, I'm not still able to sympathize with Akito, but I can see why Kureno would. And so it seems like that Akito is so focused on these relations and these connections with the other spirits is because there was absence of parental love in his life, it seems like. And because of that, he feels like those connections are blood connections are worthless, and these are the connections that are important. These connections, I don't know, they are important to him, her. She thinks that since that does not work, these are the connections that I should give priority to, and at least these connections will be there for me. That's how I guess she feels. And her mother feels like these connections are just bullshit, literally. She just does not think these connections are any good. So they have a clash, they don't go well together. And we were introduced to her mother this episode only when Soma, so still don't have much more info on her. But I guess we'll get to see more of her, since at the end of the episode she found Ren. So let's see where it goes. And there was one scene which I don't think so it was supposed to be goofy, but because of where my brain went, it kind of became goofy for me. So they said, Kureno was saying that only 3 or 4 people knew that Akito was a girl, and when the day she was conceived, everybody had a dream, and because of that they woke up having tears in their eyes. And the day they went to Ren, and Ren didn't even knew she was pregnant, and they went there and they were like, okay, we'll be waiting for you. And now imagine this from Ren's perspective. You have sex. Next day, you go out. You see 4 kids coming to you, putting a hand near your stomach and saying, we'll be waiting for you. You'd be like, the fuck? How the fuck do they know? What happened here? What the fuck is going on? Just imagine it from Ren's perspective. That's why I found it made a bit goofy. He's like, you just had sex. Next day, 4 kids come to you we'll be waiting for you. You'll be shocked. You'll be like, wait. How do they know? How the fuck do they know? But yeah, that was one scene too. I know it isn't meant to be funny, but because of my brain, it just became funny for me. So just wanted to bring that point up. And of course, there was Toru and with her friends, there was one scene and it was kind of a dramatic scene in the sense like they were just kind of telling each other how they feel about each other and that they care for each other. And the thing is, I'm not good at watching that stuff. I don't like watching that kind of stuff. So it was a little difficult to watch through, but I was just watching it. I think so. A few of you can relate. I just not a fan of watching those kind of things. Like feelings. Stop. Don't talk about those here. Okay, I don't want to see that. Especially they're crying. I'm not good at watching that stuff. So not a fan. But let's move on to the final thing that I want to talk about, and that is Kyo's and Toru's relation. So Toru lost her scarf when she was with Kureno, and who found that scarf? It's none other than Kyo, and he brought the scarf. He watched it, and when she came home next day, he's like, he was like, sure, okay, this is her scarf. And first of all, he remembered that scarf, so that's fucking great. We know Kyo likes Toru at this point, and so he watched the scarf. Toru came in when she came house, and she saw the scarf. She's like, oh, that's my scarf. And Kyo was like, oh yeah, sure, of course that was your scarf. And then he tells her that I washed it and there might be some stains, and Toru was so happy to see that Kyo got the scarf back and washed it for her. She just instantly wrapped it around her neck or shoulder, whatever, I don't know, but she just wrapped it around and wrapped it around her collar, I guess. Yeah, it was even wet, but she was just so happy. And I'm like, I've been just saying this from season 2, like they need to get together. If by the end of Fruits Basket, if they are not together, it's time for a crusade. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and just let it go by. Okay, they need to get together. That's it about the episode. It's a decent start. It is not like I was just, this was a top tier episode, but it was a good start. I feel like things are gonna get better because season 1 was good and then season 2 was better than that. So I have a feeling that season 3, hopefully, since it is the final season, is going to be better than that. And if that's the case, then we are in for a ride. All right. So that's it for the first episode. I will be covering this show weekly. So if you're interested in that, leave a like and subscribe. And let me know if you guys enjoyed the video or not. And I will be here for episode number 2 next week. So till then, have a great time. I'll meet you in the next one.